Oh, hi, hello there. It's me, AMP. Today I am going to show you a little bit about the Pork and Pickle from Way Huge. This is a Fuzz / Overdrive that combines all the best parts of the Way Huge pork loin and the Way Huge swollen pickle into a tiny, full-featured enclosure that sounds awesome. I've had this pedal on my board for a little while now, and I just absolutely love it. So today I just wanted to show it off, and yeah, let's do that. Today I'm going to be using my Seric Lincoln because I like it, and that's the only reason I need. So let me show you my clean tone, and then we'll jump into the pedal. So a big part of what makes this pedal so awesome is that it's actually two pedals in one. So we've got the Overdrive setting here for the pork loin and the Fuzz setting for the swollen pickle. And it's basically just the best of both worlds with a clean blend. That is awesome. It's so good. It's such a good feature to have on a Fuzz pedal. So let's actually start with the Overdrive side of this. We'll set this up in the middle, the tone here, these other switches here. In fact, let's just switch that up here. So crank that drive up to get it really nasty. And if you feel like that is too bright, then you can turn the tone on that down, and that doesn't affect the sound of your clean tone, but you do also have a high-pass filter for your clean sound too. We'll mess around with that in just a second, but so we can make our clean tone really bright and our fuzz sound really dark, and we'll just leave this in the middle. So let's do the opposite. Let's make our clean tone darker and make our fuzz sound as bright as possible. Now, I feel like this is probably what more people would want to do because you're still retaining your fundamental, the low end part of the bass that fuzz can often suck out of it. And then by maximizing all of the top end out of the overdrive part of it, you're getting all of the upper harmonics of it. So I think that this is kind of more like what you would want to do for the most part, but you have flexibility. You can do whatever you want with it. In fact, we can take our clean sound completely out of there if we wanted. And that still sounds really great. Or we can boost the clean sound all the way up. So let's do some lower gain stuff here, because we don't have to run this all the way out all the time. Ah! One really great way to set this up is not as like a really full in-your-face overdrive, but more as just a little bit of a sparkle when you need just a little bit more than what you've got. So if we set it up like this, here's our clean sound. And then kick the pedal on. You see it just like overdrive just a little bit there at the top end, and that is really the special sauce of the pork loin. Like a lot of people really liked it, even without the clean blend here. In fact, let's go back and forth that way. So then it's actually more of like an amp sound or overdriven sound, and I think that that is lovely. You've got a ton of range in there to do lots of cool overdrive sound. Let's actually switch over to the fuzz side of this, and I'll show you just how nasty this thing can get, because the pickle is just such a nasty sounding fuzz. So again, clean tone. actually just got a comment like a week ago on my old Swollen Pickle video. They're like, all of those knobs and no clean blend. And this is what you want instead, because it does have the clean blend and it has those same sounds in it. And none of the knobs are inside of the pedal. Hooray! That is such bullshit. Pedal makers, just like look at me right here. If there is a parameter that has a knob, put it on the outside of the pedal so I can mess with it without tearing it apart. Because I hated that about the Swollen Pickle, because to really truly get that dialed in the way that you want it, because it's one of those pedals that works for guitar and bass, you have to open it up, mess around with the internal potentiometers, and that is a massive no-no. There are actually mods out there that will bring those knobs to the outside, but you should just not even bother with that. Just get this pedal instead. Because it's smaller, it gives you the overdrive as well, and it has all of the same kind of sounds. This pedal is great. Get this one and not the Swollen Pickle. And actually, I don't even think you can get the pork loin anymore. They're kind of sought after in the bass community, but I don't think they even make them anymore. But this is the sauce. This is what you want. Let's keep messing around with fuzz sounds here. I'll show you. I mean, that was pretty nasty, and our drive was almost all the way down. So let's crank that up and see where we get. Let's get it a little bit darker. Let's take our clean all the way out of there and see if it stands on its own. Now let's make it super dark. Feel like this is probably more what we would want to do here. Have a kind of a brighter fuzz setting and a darker clean blend in there. How that part goes. Anyway, you get the idea. This pedal kicks a lot of ass, super flexible, and it's tiny. In fact, let me grab my Swollen Pickle off of the shelf here. Woo! Get caught up on my headphones, and I'll just show you the size difference here, because it's unreal how much smaller they've made this thing. Look at the size difference. Like, they've even got the same style of knobs, but just made them smaller, except for these guys. And I feel like this makes so much more sense. Like, the labeling that they have on these, like, it just doesn't really make sense. Like, the video that I made on the Swollen Pickle before was just, like, figuring it out, like, understanding it. And this pedal doesn't require that, because it's just so straightforward. It sounds great. It's easy to dial in. And I think it's great, pedal board friendly. Oh, and top-mounted jacks, which the old one had that too, I suppose. But, like, unless you're Boss, This is how you should be doing it. This is so much, like, because you can set stuff right next to each other on a pedal board if they all have top-mounted jacks. And that makes your pedal board way more compact. So, yeah, if you're not boss, you should be doing this, because this is just objectively better, okay? In my opinion. So then it would be subjectively better. Anyway, I don't care. That's what I like. Yeah. Pork and Pickle gets the A&P stamp of approval. Great fuzz pedal. In fact, if you are looking for like your first fuzz pedal and you want something that does, it's really versatile, has lots of stuff to play around with, that's the one you want. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to play a little something to get us out of here, and I will see you on the next one.